is my meditation all the day, all the night, morning through night. And I delight in the law of the Lord, and on his law I meditate day and night. Morning Meditations with C.J. Marshall.
Good morning. In Galatians chapter 4, Paul's writing to Galatians that are trusting in law keeping. And in chapter 4, he makes the case that a child is no different than a bondservant, though he is greater. But when he matures, when he's not under guardianship, he becomes the heir. And he makes that correlation to say we are no longer under the guardianship, that is, him and his audience, are no longer under the guardianship of the law. It's fitting that he talks about sonship because in the next two verses, he talks about how we have been adopted into the family of God. And because ye are sons, God has sent forth the Spirit of His Son into our hearts, crying, Abba, Father. So that was no longer a bondservant, but a son. If a son, then an heir through God. Paul tells the Galatians, you guys are no longer slaves. You're no longer bondservants, but you are God's son. In fact, in Galatians chapter 3, Paul will write this even clearer in verse 26. He says here, for ye are all sons of God through faith in Christ Jesus, your sons of God. How? For as many of you as were baptized into Christ have put on Christ. So God has placed us into his family, and Paul says that we have been adopted as sons, and it's through faith, as Paul already stated in chapter 3. In Romans chapter 8, Paul further confirms this idea that we have been adopted by the Spirit. But ye received not the spirit of bondage again unto fear, but ye received the spirit of adoption, whereby we cry, Abba, Father. The Spirit himself bears witness with our spirit that we are children of God. Isn't it so great to be adopted, to be in a family, have that sense of belonging? We've been adopted from the Mosaic system into the family of Christ. That's something for us to meditate on and something to be joyful about today as we go throughout the remainder of our day. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Morning Meditations. May we always be like the psalmist that says, oh, how I love you, law. It is my meditation all the day. I'll see you next time. God bless.
Morning meditations, oh how I love thy law. It is my meditation all the day, all the night, morning through night. And I delight in the law of the Lord, and on his law I meditate day and night.